What's going on, everybody? Reggie here, back with another video. This time I want to share with you the seasoning process that I made with this pan. This is a 8-inch American Metalcraft carbon steel pan, and of course it had to be seasoned. Now, a lot of the times when you purchase a carbon steel pan, it'll come with its own seasoning instructions. I looked at several online, and with some practice, with another pan actually, I was able to get down the perfect way to season it if you want it to look like this in less than a day. I say less than a day because the seasoning process is something that can also happen over time. Your pan will gradually end up looking like this after months or years, depending on how much you use it. Basically what I did is I heat up the pan till it was warm, and once it was warm, I placed a thin coat of oil. And I do stress thin coat because you don't want to put too much oil. That's actually going to ruin the process. So you put a thin coat of oil, use a cloth, paper towel to wipe it down, wipe it all over, and then you're going to place it back on the burner, high heat, and you're going to let it reach a smoke point with that thin coat of oil in there. Once it reaches a smoke point, you're going to set it to the side and you're going to let it cool. Once it's completely cool to the touch, then you would place it back on the burner again till it gets warm. You're going to place some thin coat of oil, and then you're going to let that oil again reach a smoke point, and then you're going to set it to the side and let it cool. And basically that's what I did. I did it about 10 times. Some people will do it maybe about 6, 3, or I've seen some videos where they say just do it once and just keep on cooking from that and let the seasoning build up on its own. I found it fun to do, to actually get it to look like this. It felt like a really great accomplishment considering how it looked when you first get it. Let me show you some close-ups. It's become my #1 pan to cook with because most of anything that I cook on here pretty much just slides off. Now I don't use it for everything because it's only an 8-inch pan. The bottom is about maybe 6-inch. So I do have a bigger pan that I use. The other pan that I use is a wok, which I also season, but in a slightly different way. But again, if you happen to purchase carbon steel and you would like it to look like this, I recommend this process. And have fun with it. It will take time, like I said. And there's other ways you can do it too. You can do that thin coat of oil and you can put it in the oven. Some people heat up the oven 200, let it get warm, put the thin coat, then put the oven up to 400, and you put it in for another hour or 2 hours, depending on which video you watch actually. And then you let it cool down from there. Now there's another way to do it, and actually that process will get it looking close to this. But I found the process on the stovetop to be much more efficient, and I am much more happy with it. But yeah, I hope you guys get some success if you end up trying to do it yourself. I hope I save you some time by showing you this process. And it's not my own original process. It's basically a combination of the lessons that a lot of people will say online. And the main things, like I said, are thin coats of oil, letting it reach a smoke point. Those things are key. And yeah, let me know if you guys end up doing this yourself. Leave a comment below, subscribe. I would love to hear if anyone has had success the way I did. And one more thing to note too is that American Metalcraft, their carbon steel is pretty thick. So even though I did it 10 times for this one, you may end up having another skillet, let's say like a Dubai or another brand that is maybe thinner, where you can get it to look like this in a matter of 5 coats. And it all depends on the pan itself. The process that you do will be the same, just how many times you do it will be different. But in any case, like I said, I'm really happy with this. I wanted to share it with the world. Again, leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon.